Iran, asylum for Edward Snowden, laws prohibiting U.S. couples from adopting Russian orphans. How well do you think you can work with President Putin going forward? How effectively?
Well, first of all, Bob, that was sort of a selective list because in my first term, we were able to reduce nuclear stockpiles in both countries. We were able to make sure Russia ascension to the WTO took place so that they were abiding by international norms and rules on trade that provided opportunities for U.S. businesses. We were able to cooperate on Libya and making sure that Gaddafi wasn't slaughtering many of his own people. So there have been ups and downs in the relationship during the course of these 5 years. I think there's always going to be a balance where there are areas of mutual interest. We work together. We cooperate. It is a constructive, respectful relationship when I interact with Mr. Putin. But there are going to be times where we have real differences, and we tend to have pretty blunt conversations. The one thing I will give Mr. Putin credit for is that when we sit down and talk, there's not a lot of beating around the bush or niceties. I think it's all business, and I tell him where I strongly disagree with him, and he does the same.
Well, you just answered my following question, at least in part, but most people perceive your relationship with the Russian president, this might be the right adjective, this being the Winter Olympics, they perceive it as being icy. How would you characterize your relationship with President Putin?
Oh, I wouldn't call it icy. The truth of the matter is that when we're in meetings, there's a lot of exchanges. There's a surprising amount of humor. And a lot of give and take. And he's always treated me with the utmost respect, and I think he recognizes the importance to Russia of working with the United States on areas of mutual concern. He does have a public style where he likes to sit back and look a little bored during the course of joint interviews, and I think that's where some of these perceptions come up. My sense is that's part of his shtick back home politically is wanting to look like the tough guy. And, U.S. politicians have a different style. We tend to smile once in a while. So
we appreciate the time that you've given us, Mr. President. So one last question. Do you have a message for the United States team as they approach tonight's opening ceremony and the competition that will follow?
Well, we couldn't be prouder of them. I've had the chance now to meet a lot of Olympic athletes, including those that were so successful in Vancouver. One observation when they came to the White House, Michelle and I shook hands and met with all of them, and they all look really healthy. and they're wonderful and spirited, and they just make us proud. And so as president, I am obviously rooting for some of the older folks. I don't know if Shaun White or Shawnee Davis want to be called old, but at least in Olympic years, these are folks who are repeaters and are going for medals again. But what's wonderful about Olympics is also to see these young kids, 18, 19, suddenly surface on the world stage and perform under incredible pressure. So I think the main message is good luck. We are all proud of you. Everybody back home is rooting for you. We are confident you're going to do well. And I can't wait to have you guys visit the White House after you're bringing home some gold, as well as some silver and bronze. But more than anything, what I know is you'll represent what's best in our country. And we're really, really proud of all the work you've put into to get to this pinnacle of your sport, of your discipline.
There you go, Mr. President. Good to talk with you again. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Bob. Go USA.
More of our conversation with President Obama is available online at NBC.